Hello and welcome to the show. We are back at the Baja circuit driving 3 more vehicles till destruction, starting with a T-Series. Now, the cement mixer and one of the relatively large T-Series variants did not survive around this course very long, and none of the heavyweight vehicles have done particularly well. However, this truck perhaps stands the most chance of all of them. It is the singled rear axle version that you guys did want to see me have a go with. I've also given it the most powerful turbo, or the biggest turbo that I can put on the engine. So this is about as small and light and powerful as you can make a truck, or certainly the standard truck in the game, and we're going to see if it can survive. Radiator springs is the big problem area, shall we say. Radiator springs is the big issue, and it's the drive shaft. The drive shaft that goes in these, because there is, well, a lot of truck hitting the ground quite hard, and that tends to snap things. If it's not the drive shaft, I imagine the wheel axles probably won't last particularly long. The differential in this is utterly awful. I have noticed so far that could be problematic later on as the truck gets damaged. For now, it's livable with. It's just irritating. We don't really get much power. Or I say much power. We don't really. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, maybe it isn't actually. It's kind of twisted it might have actually twisted the axle into a better position. Yeah, the differential is not a welded diff. It's not a. It's a crappy diff that basically means that the unloaded wheel is just on the inside spinning around in the air, and the wheel on the outside is getting absolutely no power. Although the way that crashed down, has it helped us? It might have actually helped us a little bit. It's slightly shunted, slightly twisted the angle of that rear axle that might keep both the rear wheels on the ground for longer. That was a big hit at the front, amazingly. Front wheels have held up well to that. Oh, maybe it must have. I mean, let's face it, it's going to have fairly tough wheel axles at the front, but maybe it'll have tough enough to survive the demands of this Baja circuit. Will it be tough enough to survive radiator springs? There's a lot of things have pinged off. However, most importantly, the drive shaft's not dead. Ooh, we have problems though. We do have problems, and it's all with this rear axle. Oh dear. Okay, so the rear axle is now a lot more twisted than it was before, and now it's a little bit too twisted. We need to smack it on the right-hand side to try and even it out. Oh, the radiator's gone. That looked very painful on one of the front wheels. I'm frantically trying to grab some control in there. Oh, I think we might have straightened out the axle, the rear axle. Okay. We are struggling for drive, though. Well, we've just got to kind of plough on. If we can make it onto a second lap with this truck, I am astounded that the front of this is still alive. That hit the ground with such force. I think it was the front. Was it the front right we hit with? I was kind of a little bit preoccupied about the rear of the truck, because that's where we've currently got issues. That hit with such vicious force. I'm amazed that wheel did not snap off. Because that is a huge amount of weight landing on a single wheel and twisting around. But there we go, we're still up to 40 miles an hour. No, stop nosediving. I could really do with you not doing that. It was landing so nicely. Oh, that's problems, I think. It was doing so well at staying in the air with the... we snapped a front wheel. I don't know, we've got to go down the gears. Oh, no! No! I think we've actually beached the... Okay, we've got it. We have got some movement going on. Can we get the truck back going again? Right, okay, so the problem was where we just landed it, there was we were caught on a bump, and this diff is the worst thing in existence. There we go, can we get that wheel back on the ground? That's the ticket. Now, the radiator has died, and we are going to overheat at some point. Oh, there goes the drive shaft. All that effort. All that bloody effort, and the drive shaft still... We lost the entire front end. Entire front end is gone. To be fair, the bigger problem in that was the differential with that rear axle. I think we could have very easily have got that just beached and stuck with a wheel spinning. We have bent the steering up to the point almost as bad as the Satsuma, although this time it does still steer just about in the other direction. I wonder how long that would have been, or with repeated smacks, until that whole steering rack was bent. Yeah. while it does perhaps stand the best chance of any of the trucks, still same old problems persist. It wasn't the drive shaft initially, that was a lot more actually down to that terrible rear differential. If that had been better, and as the rear axle twisted, that was gave us a lot of grief, I think. In the end, it was a heavy hit on the front that snapped the drive shaft, but yeah, well, best of the T-Series, but still not particularly great. Our next vehicle is another make of car that has generally struggled around the Baja Rama circuit. The 94, kind of the modern Covet mod, and the classic original game car, neither has done very well around here. The hill climb configuration got the furthest at 2 laps. That was all-wheel drive and mighty, mighty fast. So we're going to give the 94 Covet a chance at redemption with its most suitable of specs, and of course that would be a rally car. Now, we have got plenty of power in this one, which should be good for making it across the bumps, or make it across the bigger jumps, sorry. The suspension is also well designed for off-roading. The thing is, the bumps and the jumps the suspension was designed for are not as vicious as the ones you're going to find on the Baja Rama circuit. I picked this track for a reason, and that is because it is brutal. It is very, very brutal on car suspension. So, yeah, it's better than normal suspension, of course, but, oh, there we go, look at that. That's a nice landing, first off, for the Covet. Yeah, we've got to be a little bit aware that the suspension will take some punishment and will probably collapse at some point around this course if the front wheel axles don't go, because unlike the hill climb configuration and the rally cars and off-road stuff that's gone before, this is still front wheel drive. So yeah, heavy landings on the front are going to cause issues, and that's perhaps the biggest fear with this car. I do have absolutely no doubt that the radiator will go at some point, and that the suspension will give up. The question is, will the wheel axles go first? Oh, that was nice across radiator springs though. In fact, the car is in remarkably good condition at this point. I mean, the rally lights are still on, the bonnet's a little bit bent, the front bumper is still on. We're not going to be able to go flat out over here. The car is way too quick and we'll just go soaring off if we are not careful there. Right, we are on to the motocross section. Now, this is where I do fear for this car. This is probably not going to be as fun. I don't think we have the speed. We can't get the car. I want the car to fly back down. Don't want it to fly nose down, and I can't get the... There's, of course, a lot of weight over the front, and being front-wheel drive isn't helping us trying to get the car to fly with the nose up. Don't mind if we smack the rear. We can abuse the back of the car as much as we like. It makes no difference. Can we get the triple? Oh, yes, we can. That is absolutely perfect. And the second, and the third. Oh, look at that. That is how it is done. That is the best anything has got over the motocross sections. Well done, Covet. Well done indeed. I think that might have sacrificed the front bumper, but it was worth it. That was absolutely spot on. In fact, the front bumper's still there. While the front bumper is on the car, I think that takes the brunt of the impacts that would affect the radiator. Now that it's starting to dislodge, that we may well see the radiator go on the next heavy landing. Not that we've done too badly so far. Oh, that was majestic. That was majestic indeed from the Covet. It is actually tripoding like a proper hot hatch around some of these corners, which I quite like. It was doing it from standard as well. It's not just a kind of side effect of my broken suspension. Oh, and it's another lovely, lovely flight again from the Covet. It's all going well. However, there is going to come a time when one of these jumps is going to go wrong, and because we're going so fast, that is going to go wrong very, very spectacularly. Like, if we'd got those trebles wrong, I think that would probably kill the car, because the speed you're going and the distance you're jumping, that has to be perfect. And the car can do it. I mean, you've seen that it can do it. But you've got to be absolutely perfect across there. And I fear with this being a front-wheel drive rally car, if we hit it, it will break a front wheel axle. Now, you can get away with that in other cars. But, yeah, with this, I'm not sure we could. Depends, it might be strong enough made. Oh, and it's again very, very nicely across radiator springs for our rally Covet. The front bumper has come off. The radiator's still not gone. This car is pretty much sitting there in the sort of perfect speed category. It's just enough speed to get across the jumps, but it's not quite so much that's giving the car mega issues as we have seen in the past. Now, can we get this motocross section as good as we did last time already? No. Well, this bit here we didn't really do much better than that on the first attempt because we're just stuck at the, yeah, we're going to bump the nose and, oh no, that flew a little bit better that time. Stop bouncing around. I think we lost the rear suspension now. Loss of rear suspension is always the big concern. We're going for a tumble. It's fine. It's true rally car style. We're just going to ride it out. No problems. No problems there whatsoever. Right, okay, here we go. Can we do it 2 times in a row? Oh, mate. Oh, we had a wobble on the landing. Yes, we can. That's a little bit of an overshoot, in fact. This is doing very well indeed. We've got a little bit of damage to the rear of the car. We're starting to take a bit of knocks at the front. In fact, the rear suspension is going. As I said, this is vicious punishment even for rally suspension. We are though on to the 3rd lap with our rally covert. It is the best of the coverts. Could this challenge the Grand Marshal? Could we have? I shouldn't speak too soon because there is still a lot that can go wrong. All it's going to take is one issue. If we get one bit of brokenness coming towards that motocross section or something gives up halfway down, that will probably be us done because that is big speed and very, very big airtime. We're not jumping quite as far here. Oh, that's not good. That's not good on the rear wheels. It is thankfully survivable in terms of radiator strength. Oh, I might grab that by the door rather than the roof. My bad. That's done a little bit of damage to the door. Well, it's either that or the car goes out, so we'll take that. Okay. Oh, amazingly, we still drive. So, oh, that's not... Oh, no. Was not going as fast up there as I thought I was. Whoopsie. Well, the radiator has gone. The bigger concern I have is that we've now got... a very, very buckled and unhappy rear wheel. Now, that might cause us issues, potentially, with speed in a couple of places, and it's the motocross jumps that I fear for this car, because we are now not going to be as quick as we were, although it's still not too shabby. To be fair, that bent wheel is not actually pulling the car around as much as I have seen or feared that a bent wheel would. Ooh, that's a clonk. Although, how long is that wheel going to hold on there, especially when we're doing this with it, because that's a lot of load going through that buckled wheel. How long will it take for the car to overheat as well? They are the big questions in this one. Oh, we lost the back end coming across that jump. That's another thing that we are going to have to be aware of. While buckled rear wheels are the least of our concerns in this car, buckled front wheels are the big problem. Oh, God. Yeah, we can still have, the rear end we saw with the 4-wheel steer Pazima. When those rear wheels went, they went spectacularly, and then you are just out of control, pretty much the entire way around. You're out of control. Okay, little rally car. Ooh, don't do that. Don't do that at all. I don't know if we're going to be able to do the triples again. We're going to give it a damn good try, though. Oh, no, we're not going to be able to do them because we've lost control of the car. Oh, that rear damage is problematic. Oh, we're still going low. Come on, you can make it onto your 4th lap. Oh, we're crabbing quite badly now. Okay, it's fine. The issue... Oh, let's say the issue. There are many issues going on right now as we take another big hit. No, that's the wheel gone. No, the front wheel axle is gone now. If it doesn't snap, we might be recoverable. If it doesn't snap, we might be able to get the car back around to make it onto its 4th lap. When that snaps, we're going to lose drive. Because, yeah, front-wheel drive and the diff won't be. Oh, no, we're not going to make the corner, though, are we? We're not going to make the corner. Maybe with a little bit of handbrake. Aha, there we go. We found some grip. We've made the corner. Come on, we can go further than the pigeon. Oh, I really want this to make its 4th lap. I really want this to make its 4th lap. That was very unfortunate landing on the front of the car. Come on. No, don't you do this to me now, Coverts. Coverts have not fared well in this series so far. I want you to do good. I want you to make this 4th lap. I think temperature-wise it could actually make it up to Radiator Springs if we can keep it going. If we can actually keep the car on the road, it might be able to make it to Radiator Springs. Oh, come on, car. You can do this. We are sort of nursing the vehicle around the course. It's no. There we go. Okay, the wheel's flat. I want the wheel to ping off, but I know if the wheel pings off, we're going to lose drive. I can't turn it. We're going to head towards the... Whoa, no, we found some grip again. Oh. We are nursing the utterly ruined 94 cover. Now, temperature-wise, we aren't revving the nuts of the car because I can't actually steer the vehicle, so it's probably going to overheat a little bit slower than potentially other cars have done. No, don't go in that. If we go in that hay bale, we are done for because I'm not getting you out again. Come on. We've made it around the bank turn. We are still moving at okay speed, although as I say that, come on! I need to find some of that magical grip that you were finding beforehand. There we go. Oh, yes, it's done it. I fear that we might hit a landing of a jump if we can actually get up this jump, and that might just snap the wheel axle off. Regardless, even when it does die, this is still only the second car to make it onto its fourth lap. Come on, Covert. We've just got to get you to Radiator Springs. We've just got to get you to Radiator Springs. We've actually got a little bit more speed up coming down there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of these left-handers that we can't take. Come on. Try and get some turning. If that wheel could have broken in any other way, we would have been okay. I don't think we're going to make this corner. Every time I say that, suddenly, oh look, there's grip here. We can do that. It's fine. We can make it. I'm amazed at the angle that wheel is at. The axle hasn't fully snapped. I've never seen that. Oh, the turbo's overheating. That's a new one. I don't think we've ever seen the turbo come up as overheating before the kind of coolant and oil and everything. That is a first. We've actually now got a little bit more steering going on in this. Typical, as stuff is starting to overheat. Oh no! The front right went! Oh no, that is the front right, sorry, that was damaged before. I thought it was the other, I thought it was the side. That's it, it's gone. Oh, and it couldn't quite make it. It couldn't quite make it. In fact, the entire axle is now pointed the wrong way. Sorry, I thought when it went over the jump, I saw the one good wheel, the left wheel, that kind of buckled slightly wonkily on the landing. I thought I'd snap that one completely, but no, it was the bent and useless one. I mean, there is kind of, you can kind of inch it with occasionally getting traction, but well, we have another car making it on to lap 4. Oh, so close. Just over there is where we needed to get to with the Rally Covet to beat that Grand Marshal. We couldn't do it. Its front wheel axle snapped. It all kind of came about as we damaged the rear of the car, restricting our speed down the back motocross jumps. We couldn't get the momentum, we couldn't get the landings right, and a heavy hit on the front would see the brunt of the damage. I'm amazed it made it as far as it did with that one flapping wheel. I really thought that would go very, very quickly, but there we go. We made it onto that fourth lap. Well done to the Rally Covet, and now the Covets can have something to look up to on our leaderboard. And finally today, we have got the Caldera is back, this time, though in, well, basically Dodge Daytona form. Now, the Caldera itself did relatively well. I'm curious, though, to see how this variation of the car will fare. You see, there is a lot of overhangs on this. There's a lot of bodywork around, and that is a lot of stuff to kind of crash through before you get to, you can kind of see in there, to get to the internal important bits. Might be good for survivability. Might be bad in terms of bending chassis and getting stuff caught and so on. We'll see. Really, we will give it a go and see how our vehicle fares. I would like to think that the Mighty Wing can remain throughout. That would be a it would be a nice finish. I mean, the hill climb Covet kept its Mighty Wing throughout its entire run. Now, as far as strength goes, these classic American cars have tended to be pretty damn good around this course. We have got plenty of speed. Not quite as much in this though as we had in the rally car. Ouch, ouch. That was a awkward landing. It's an awkward landing because we're kind of oversteering our way up the hill there. We are rear-wheel drive, fairly decent-sized tyres, but of course, not a huge amount of traction in this car. The Rally, I mean, neither this nor the Rally Covet had a huge amount of traction, but at least with the Rally Covet, you kind of, oh god, you don't have oversteer. The understeer is a little bit easier to deal with around this course, and it's a bit easier to line the car up for the jumps when you've got just understeer to worry about, not when you've got crazy over. Come on now. There's a lot of wheel spin going on in this one. That's not really good for getting up there. I don't know if it's possible, but we may actually end up getting this car stuck on something with the huge overhangs. Oh, don't tip down like that. Oh, we've got a fireball. That's not good. We've got to put the camera back, because otherwise we just have a screen full of flames, I'm afraid. That happened to the Moonhawk. I don't know if it happened on lap 1. I can't actually remember if it was lap 1 that got the fuel tank. Bugger. Guys, we have a small issue. Now, unlike overheating of the radiator, the fire might not kill the car. The issue is if it spreads, which it is probably going to, when it takes out the tyres, that's when we get issues. That's what eventually killed the Moonhawk, was as the tyres went out on it, the steering, as the tyres went and the steering got more and more damaged, we got to a point where I couldn't actually turn the car anymore, and it came off the course. Oh, that's a little bit of a flop around there, but never mind. So we will have to wait and see. Can we get another car? No, we can't, because I've not got the control in this. Oh, god damn, we've hit the back of this car a lot. Now, that's actually kind of good in some ways regarding damage. We've hit the one important thing at the back in this, the fuel tank. That's already gone. So if we're only hitting the overhang at the back, that's not actually causing me any problems. If we're hitting the drive shaft and the axle, that's when we do start to have issues. But at the moment, we seem to be doing okay. As we're going to cross the jump. There we go, we're fine. And the next one, we'll kind of hit that with the middle of the car. The front is actually holding on pretty well. Oopsie, we've got some oversteer while I was trying to spin around. It's not a good idea to spin the camera around, but I do want to kind of see how we're doing damage-wise. In many ways, it's quite important to know how you're doing damage-wise, so you can kind of prepare for when it comes to... Sometimes you have to sort of counter massively what the damage is doing when it comes to dealing with a lot of the jumps and so on. This is very oversteery as it is. I do fear when the rear tyres burn, we might be in a lot of trouble. When the rear tyres go, I think we're going to struggle to get any speed out of the car at all. So this is a case of try and go as far as you can. The rear wheels, I think, are actually on fire at the moment. Oh, no, bad. My theory about the bodywork kind of... Oh, why did we go around in a circle there? Don't know. Oh god, the flames are in the driver's seat. I'm not sure if we haven't got something affecting our kind of traction at the moment. It felt like a tyre just suddenly went on me around there. We didn't get a message popping up, and the tyres do still look very much in one piece, but the flames have engulfed... Oh, there they go. As we were saying, the flames have now engulfed the entire back end of the car. This is going to restrict our ability to get speed up for jumps. The fire will eventually move all its way to the front. I don't know if we keep going, if it will burn the engine. I don't think it will, actually. I don't think fire has got to that stage in Beam just yet. The problem is going to be radiator springs, because we're going to hit radiator springs now with the nose of the car, unless we can... Oh, get the speed. That's a crunching blow for the Daytona there, right on the chassis. I mean, the radiator is holding up remarkably well. The problem is the overheating isn't coming from the engine. The overheating is everywhere else. We're again going to have another video of a car on fire going very, very sideways with these rear tyre problems. I'm amazed that got the speed to make it across radiator springs. We can still put down just about enough power to make it across these jumps, but it is only going to get worse, I fear. Oh. Yeah, my theory of the bodywork has done a great job. We've had 2 cars. The Rally Comet took a long time before that radiator went up. And this is... Oh, we've gone round again. This has not taken any radiator damage. None. There is no effect on the radiator. Problem is elsewhere, really. There's just there is no car to see anymore. It is just a moving fireball. Oh, there go the front tyres. Well, we're going to have no power delivery, little in the way of steering. Oh god. Now this might keep going forever if the drive shaft doesn't go, or if the wheels don't break. With no damage to the radiator, I don't know if the fire can burn the radiator out or burn any of the engine bits out. I think the problem we're having now, yeah, we can't get speed, so we're just going to repeatedly... This is going to be a real test of the car chassis, because we're just going to continually smack it into the ground on every single jump, because we aren't going to... Oh, we might be quick enough there to just about get across. Yeah, we're just about... There's every so often very, very loud fire noises as another part of my car catches fire. Still not affecting any massively important well, I say massively important bits. It's affected the wheels, which are perhaps the most important bit, but not enough to stop it. We might have a change for position between the we have a new fireball going towards the top 10. I'm not actually sure now what car is going to be at the bottom of the top 10. However, I am reckoning this might put its way in towards it. This is where we had all the issues with the Moonhawk. This is where it went off into that behind that fence with a lack of steering. We have still got full steering in our car. Not that we can see our car. I'm kind of driving. I've never driven an entire fireball before, but that is what we are doing. We have got a controlled fireball at this moment in time. Radiator Springs, I don't think is going to be as pretty this lap around. I would be surprised if we make it. I think we might end up in the ditch and not be able to get back out of it again. I'm currently using second gear. I'm not sure if second gear is going to be the better option. I was figuring I might have a bit less wheel spin and be able to get some power down. But I'm not sure if it's just not delivering any power at all. Come on, we can make it up 8 hill, maybe. Yeah, if we end up in the ditch at Radiator Springs, we might have issues, especially if we hit the lip and then fall into the ditch. We might have some problems because we might cause a lot of damage in falling into Radiator Springs. Come on, Fireball, we can make it over here and then down the other side, just about across there. Could we have 2 vehicles make it onto 4 laps in one episode? This is going to be a really bloody long episode. That would be amazing, having only had 1 car in this entire series do it, and then have 2 in I wasn't expecting that when I set out to film this, to even be contemplating that. Come on, Dodge! You can do it! No, you can't. Oh, come on, you can definitely make that. Oh, we are out. We are out, but we are not particularly healthy with the front wheels. They are wobbling. However, they are still functioning. In fact, the entire chassis is bent now, isn't it? I think. Oh, see, that was meant to happen. It was an intentional 360 drift in the middle of a corner in a fiery fire. Oh, there's another one. Okay, it's not. It's more than that. It is a lot of spins. There we go. No, don't go again. I need to actually try and go. I thought we'd managed to do the same thing I did with the Bolide chassis, where we bent the corner down. Apparently, no, we are still good to go. If it's not steering or wheels or overheating or fire that kills it, it might just be a bent chassis that gets it. That it gets caught on a corner of the chassis and can't move forward. Because it is looking quite unhappy. It's very, very... I mean, the chassis is pretty much scraping the floor the entire way. Has the fire got away from the front of the car? It might have run... Oh, there's another kind of fiery burst of noise. I think that means that another component's caught fire, but I don't know how many components there are left to catch fire in here, and it doesn't really seem to be stopping them. And there's, again, it's going again, but I don't know. It's not doing anything to stop my car. This shouldn't be working. However, it is. As I've got to say, the suspension and engine and everything are doing a hell of a job at not dying, as this is... Yeah, it's still on the go, still on the move. It's hit just about every crest of these jumps, and it is not killing the car whatsoever. How on earth is this still running? I mean, so many cars, if they'd hit this many sort of crest, would have died 2 or 3 times, because this is basically hitting everything now. This is hitting absolutely everything, but nothing is giving up in the car, apart from the fuel tank and now the front right. I know my left and my right. The front right's gone. That's bad news for us. Damn it. Come on, make it onto that 4th lap. You can die after that. I don't care. Well, I do care. I'd quite like you to get to the front. However, we are going to crawl and claw and fight our way onto the 4th lap. We have now 3 cars onto their 4th laps here. I think this steering will eventually kill the Caldera. It might go out in exactly the same place that we saw the Moonhawk. I can't... Oh, we can steer it. We've got it back. Come on. You can keep going. Don't go towards that hay bale. We don't want to visit the hay bale. Thankfully, the flapping wheel is not flapping at such a horrendous angle that we had on the Rally Covert. That's always helpful. But, oh god, we've got very little in the way of traction. We're not going particularly quick, but we've not gone particularly quick since the first lap. This isn't sort of record-breaking pace around here. I do wonder, not that I've timed any of the laps, I wonder if the Covet Rally car might have set the fastest lap. I think it did with those perfect runs down the motocross jump. I think that might be the fastest lap ever done around this course for a vehicle. Come on, Dodge, you haven't actually got that much more in the way of corners to go. We are kind of having to steer it with the rear if we're going to get it around these, because the front's not doing what I want it to anymore. We might have big issues if we do make radiator springs. Not that it will matter. If we do get past radiator springs, I don't know if we'll make the hairpin, although I think the wheel is actually bent in a way that will help us. Or maybe not. Come on! Come on! Fireball. I just want you... I was disappointed at the Rally cover not making it past the Grand Marshal. Can we have a Daytona that is completely on fire? Can this make it around? I'm amazed the radiator hasn't gone. But I'm guessing, as I said, that front bodywork has stayed attached the entire time, and that is doing the job. That is doing the job at keeping the radiator protected. Oh, bad things are occurring. Bad things are occurring here, but we have got it back on the course. Little bit of weaving. Maybe we'll get it back on the course. Come on, Dodge. Do not fail me here. We need to get you across Radiator Springs and out the other side if you are to beat that Grand Marshal. Now the radiator's gone. Doesn't matter. Radiator's gone. And we are going to have a new leader in the series as the Fireball Caldera makes it past Radiator Springs, but I don't think we'll ever make it past the hairpin. Nope, that's too broken. We're going to end up in the fence. That goes no further. I did fear that would be what would kill us. That hairpin is too tight in the car, too broken to do it, but it doesn't matter. Because we have a new leader. People thought the Grand Marshal would never be beaten. They were wrong. The Caldera was on fire, had no tyres for most of that run, and hit just about every single crest imaginable. However, it kept going. It kept going. We lost use of a wheel for a fair part, probably, well, 3/4 of a lap, really. We lost the use of a wheel. Eventually, though, the hairpin just too tight to make it around. This has been a day of spectacular runs. Spectacular runs indeed, and an incredibly, incredibly long episode. But there we go. Well, an interesting shake-up at the top of the table. So it is on to our leaderboard, and we have a new first place with that Daytona spec of the Caldera taking the lead. It is not by a huge margin over the Grand Marshal, but it is by enough. As I said, all change in the top three with the 94 Covet Rally car making it into third. Quite literally overheating, of course. Often the cars that survive longest tend to go out due to overheating. However, two cars today, while the Covet was beginning to go, surprisingly not the case with them. Interestingly also, Caldera, very, very good choice of a vehicle. Two of them in the top 10. The normal version down in 8th place with the radiator gone and that thing overheating. We have to go much further down, of course, to find the single axle T-Series is in 48th place with that unfortunate drive shaft error. However, it does beat the FR16, the standard Covet, the standard T-Series by a fair way. Beats the Barstow as well. Not too far down the road from the ETK 800 series, but the 800 series did go further along with the S series. The Bluebird bus also managed to beat it, going out with a similar manner. Drive shafts on those big heavyweights are a notorious weak spot. That, though, is going to be it for this video. As ever, I shall link all the mods I've used in the description, so you can download them, have a go with them yourself. But thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.